Gerą dieną visiems, kurie šiuo metu klausotės radio stoties LRT OPUS Lietuvoje 14 valandų ir 3 minutės, kaip ir kiekvieną trečiadienį eteryje tokiu metu laida Be filtro. Mano vardas Ramūnas Zilnys, šitoje laidoje kalbinu pačius įvairiausius ir įdomiausius muzikos pasaulio žmonės. Ir šiandien, bičiuliai, mes turim neeilinę laidą, visada yra smagu, kai į šią studiją užsuka muzikantai ir kūrėjai, kurie yra žinomi ne tik Lietuvoje, bet ir daugybėje kitų šalių, šiuo atveju drįstu pasakyti visame pasaulyje. Ir dar maloniau, kai tie žmonės į šitą studiją užsuka ne pirmą kartą. Prieš 2,5 metų pirmą kartą laidoje Be filtro turėjau progą pasišnekučiuoti su žmogumi, kuris dabar sėdi prieš mane. Tai yra puikiosios britų grupės, kuri yra vadinama kabareto punkais, Tiger Lillies lyderis Martynas Jacques'as, ir čia jis užsuko neatsitiktinai, kadangi šį vakarą Vilniuje Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje grupė Tiger Lillies surengs koncertą. Grupė Lietuvoje lankosi ne pirmą sykį, turi čia daugybę ištikimų gerbėjų ir šį vakarą juos svaigins savo provokuojančiomis, keistomis, neįprastomis, užburiančiomis ir dar daugybę visokiausių kitokių epitetų galima prigalvoti dainomis. Taigi šią valandą mes praleisim su šia grupe, kurios daina Gone Wrong šiandien pradėjo šitą laidą. Ir dar noriu pasakyti iš karto, kad kažkam iš jūsų šiandien labai pasiseks, nes mes dar turim šitą išskirtinę progą ir šaunų konkursą. LRT OPUS Facebooko puslapyje galite surasti šios laidos anonsą, kuris ten buvo patalpintas prieš porą valandų. Ten yra parašyta apie šitą laidą ir raginama komentaruose užduoti klausimą mūsų šios dienos svečiui, grupės Tiger Lillies lyderiui. Aš tos klausimus būtinai paskaitysiu eteryje. Vieno klausimo autoriui po laidos iš karto padovanosim 2 kvietimus į šį vakarą Vilniuje Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje vyksiantį Tiger Lillies koncertą. Aktyviai dalyvaukit, taip pat klausimą galite užduoti ir elektroninio pašto adresu befiltro@lrt.lt. Pasakęs visą tai, aš jau turiu pasisveikinti su mūsų svečiu. Man, that was a long intro. Martin, welcome to the studio. Good to have you back in Vilnius, Lithuania, and here at LRT OPUS.
Nice to be here. It's almost like a tradition. I don't know how many times we've come here now, but anyway, it's always nice to come back.
Any particular memories that immediately come to your mind when you see Lithuania on your tour schedule again?
Any particular memories? Well, coming here is one of them, that's for sure. I've come here a few. I don't know. It was quite funny. I came with a band a couple of times as well. We even did some live performance, I seem to remember, which was quite funny. But generally speaking, about the actual town and the gigs and things, I can remember. I think one of the things I know, nice audiences. We've had some nice audiences. We've done some good concerts, and I've enjoyed coming. And sometimes it's even. We've even come in the summer a couple of times, and we've been to some other towns as well. We went to a great town. I think it's not by any chance called Kaunas. Is there a town called Kaunas?
Yes, it's the second biggest city in Lithuania.
And I went there, and we went to this amazing museum, and it had all these devils playing accordions. I've still got the photographs, actually, and I look at them sometimes. So it looks like the devil, from this museum anyway, the devil played accordion, which, and there's very nice sculptures and very interesting, very, 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 very nice museum, actually. One of my favourite, probably, museums. So that was actually a highlight, going to Kaunas and the museum there.
You should film a video there one day.
Yeah.
Devil playing accordion.
Would be nice, actually. It would be nice. But there's some very, very nice sculptures, very sort of... I don't think they were big, but they were kind of just the devil and playing accordion. So I was quite excited about that, because one of my songs is called Banging in the Nails, which was all about the crucifixion of Jesus. But it was actually kind of lifted from Clockwork Orange, which is a famous film. I'm sure some of your listeners probably have, I would imagine, have seen Clockwork Orange. And there's a scene where Alex is in the library and he's reading the Bible. This is after he's been sent to prison. And he's reading the Bible, and the priest comes up to him and says, "Well done, Alex. It's great to see you." And then it kind of cuts to Alex imagining he's the one of the the legionnaires, one of the Romans, and they're sort of whipping Jesus and crucifying Jesus, so it's a sort of horrible, sadistic thing. I'm not actually, I'm not really a kind of, it's funny, I've never really had any real issue with Christianity personally, because I you know, some people, they, obviously some people are devout Christians as well, and then you get people who who have very horrible experiences of it. And I never had because, you know, we at the Church of England is a fairly liberal sort of thing, you know, and I went to a Church of England school and we sang hymns, and I used to really enjoy singing the hymns, you know, we used in assembly, so I haven't really got anything, but I think I learnt some, I probably, it influenced me musically. So I came up with this idea for Banging in the Nails, and it's a great song. It's a great song for Easter, but I think it's got there's a certain little trace of hatred in the song, but the trace of hatred doesn't come from religion. The trace of hatred comes from the bagpipe, because I was in Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Festival at the time, and I had to listen to bagpipes. They were playing outside my flat window, so I'd wake up hearing bagpipes every morning, and so that inspired me to write the song.
Okay, I have to translate at least bits of it. Kaip jau sakiau, aš pasistengsiu išversti bent jau dalį to, ką mes kalbame šitoje laidoje. Tai pirmiausia paklausiu, kokie įspūdžiai iš praeities, ką iš karto pagalvoja apie Lietuvą, kai tik pamato, kad šioje šalyje teks koncertuoti. Prisiminė Kauną, iš karto prisiminė Kauną, nes sakė, visur čia buvo šauni publika, bet Kaunas įsiminė dėl to, kad jie Kaune nuėjo į Velnių muziejų, Žmuidzinavičiaus Velnių muziejų, ir sakė, ten buvo labai labai daug velnių, ir jam įsiminė visos tos skulptūrėlės ir visi tie dalykai, kuriuos ten galima pamatyti, ir jis ten pamatė velnę grojantį akordeoną. Ir jisai pagalvojo, kad tai jam primena kūrinį Banging on the Nails, kurią Tiger Lillies šitą dainą parašė kaip ir įkvėpti krikščioniškos istorijos, nukryžiavimo, bet tuo pačiu ir filmo Prisukamas apelsinas, ir tos scenos, kur herojus Aleksas jau uždarytas kalėjime nueina į biblioteką ir pradeda turėti ir matyti visas tas vizijas, ir įsivaizduoja save kaip tą romėną, kuris prikala Jėzų prie kryžiaus. Na ir tada tiesiog kažkaip nudreifavo šitas ekscentriškas atsakymas į tai, kad Martynas iš Tiger Lillies niekada neturėjo jokių problemų su krikščionybė, nes anglikonų bažnyčia yra labai liberali, jis vaikystėje dainuodavo bažnyčioje, dainuodavo giesmes, giedodavo giesmes ir jam tai patikdavo. Žmonės gal kartais įsivaizduoja, kad krikščionybė jam nepatinka, bet nieko čia panašaus nėra. O kodėl žmonės taip įsivaizduoja? Turbūt todėl, kad apie nelabai Tiger Lillies irgi dainuoja gana nemažai. Tai tokia dainos Banging on the Nails istorija. You're coming here with Serenade from a Sewer. The new album, the new show, what can you tell us about what we are going to witness tonight?
Well, it's when I was a fairly young man in my 20s, I used to live in Soho in London, and I lived above, right in the heart of the red light district, and I lived above a kind of a strip club, you know, when it was also a brothel sometimes, and so I used to live above this place, and I lived up there, and I used to look down out of my window, down on the street below, and I just used to see all this stuff going on over about a 10-year period, and I used to go to some of the bars, the illegal drinking bars, and I got to know the girls and the gangsters and all sorts of people, you know, that were involved in that kind of life. So. And I saw lots of tragedies, you know, like, I mean, you the first song you played was called Gone Wrong, you know, which is about, drugs are a terrible thing, drugs. They ruin people's lives, you know, they kill, you know, and so I saw all of this kind of going on, and I knew the people that were, dying of drug addiction. I knew the people that died of AIDS, you know, because one very close friend of mine, actually, she died of AIDS, you know, which was probably from she used to inject heroin, and they used to share needles and things, so she died of that. And it was just, you know, but I had quite a happy time, strangely, in amongst it, because I wasn't taking drugs. And you know, and the alcohol abuse, and there was sort of people. I mean, there was one girl who worked just downstairs. I used to see her every day, or Sunday afternoon. I see her standing there, and it'd be a rainy, and her hair was all just dripping down the side of her. And she was murdered. And she actually got murdered because she was ripping people off, basically. She was giving them keys and sending them to rooms and saying, there's a girl waiting for you up there. And she was murdered in Rupert Court, round the back from where I lived. So it was really dark. It was very dark in some ways, but it was my youth, and I used to go drinking, go to the illegal drinking bars till 4 a.m, and go to the drag bars, and I had fun, but I amassed lots of dark stories. And this album is actually, describing these people that I knew and their lives.
Aš paklausiau apie naują The Tiger Lillies albumą, kuris vadinasi Serenade from the Sewer, serenada iš kanalizacijos, ir būtent jį pristato šiandieną Vilniuje koncertų Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje. Ši grupė, ką tik susimašiau, kad Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje turbūt koncertas Serenada iš kanalizacijos vyksta, kažko panašaus turbūt ten net ir nėra buvę, nors šita grupė yra kadaise ten grojusi toje erdvėje. Tai štai paklausiau, apie kągi šitas albumas, ir Martynas trumpai priminė savo biografiją, kad jaunystėje, kai jam buvo šiek tiek daugiau nei 20, gyveno Londono rajone Soho, kuris toks bohemiškas, bet tuo pačiu ir pavojingas, ten daug visokiausių tokių gana įdomių žmonių gyvena. Jis gyveno butelėje, kuris buvo virš striptizo klubo, o tas striptizo klubas iš esmės buvo tuo pačiu ir viešnamis, ir ten jis susipažino su daugybė labai spalvingų personažų ir su tomis merginomis, kurios ten dirbo, ir su girtuokliais, gangsteriais, nusikaltėliais, narkomanais ir taip toliau, ir sukaupė daug tokių spalvingų istorijų, kuriomis jis nusprendė ir pasidalinti šitame albume. Pavyzdžiui, jis prisimena vieną merginą, kurią, ir kaip šiandien puikiai prisimena, kaip ji atrodė, ir ji buvo nužudyta visai netoliese už kampo, nes iš esmės ji apgaudinėdavo žmonės, apgaudinėdavo tuos viešnamių klientus, pasiųsdavo ten juos į viršų ir jie į kambarį, ir paskui jie likdavo be pinigų. Žodžiu, tokių istorijų jis yra matęs per akis, būtent apie tai yra naujas albumas, nors, kaip jis pats sako, šiaip tuo metu, kadangi jis pats nevartojo narkotikų, jo gyvenime kaip ir nieko baisaus nenutiko, bet jis matė daugybę žmonių, kuriems nutiko siaubingi dalykai. Viena gera jo draugė mirė nuo AIDS, ji buvo narkomanė ir švirkšdavosi heroiną tais pačiais švirkštais, tomis pačiamis adatomis, kuriamis dalindavosi ir su kitais. Tokių liūdnų istorijų yra daug, bet jis taip jaunystėje ten būdavo, linksmindavosi nelegaliuose baruose iki 4 Valandos ryto, eidavo į transvestitų barus. Visa tai tikrai tapo įkvėpimo šaltiniu naujajam grupės The Tiger Lillies albumui. Whenever they introduce the Tiger Lillies, they quite often come up with the phrase cabaret punks. Mm-hmm. Are you okay with that phrase? I mean, or is that something that, you look at with a smile?
I don't really care what people call me, really. I mean, we get called all sorts of things. I get one description, which I think is quite funny, is death umpa, which is a joke, kind of playing with the words death metal and umpa music, which is kind of, like sort of, I don't know, it can be, umpa music could be a Munich beer festival music, so it's a cross between Munich beer festival music and death metal, and we do have some death metal fans. And we also were played when the a very famous rock band who I'm looking at my colleague to my left, who I'm hoping is going to tell me what the name of the band are, but her eyes are shifting from left to right rather violently, so she's not going to. Anyway, there's a famous band who regularly fill stadiums, and for a whole tour they had one of my songs, Hell, which is another song about going to hell. So they would walk onto the stage at the beginning of every night, and they would have this song playing. I even made some fans. Hang on, and now I'm going to be told who they are. You've probably never heard of them either. They're called Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
You know Slipknot?
They're very famous. They played in Lithuania.
There you are, you see. So Slipknot used our music to walk on stage at one point. So there you go. You know.
Aš paklausiu, Martino, kaip jis jaučiasi, kai grupė visada pristato Lietuvoje kaip kabareto pankus, nes iš tikrųjų jų muzika yra įkvėpta kabareto ir tuo estetikos, ir tuo pačiu ta muzika yra labai alternatyvi, provokuojanti. Jis sakė, koks man skirtumas, kaip mane vadina. Mūsų grupė visaip vadina. Pavyzdžiui, mus vadina Def Umpa grupė, kas iš esmės yra tarsi def metalo, derinys su umpa, muzika umpa, nu tai toksai yra umpa, tai yra tai, kas gali skambėti ir Müncheno alaus festivalyje. Ir labai keista, bet šita grupė taip pat turi ir gerbėjų tarp metalistų. Pavyzdžiui, grupė, kurios pavadinimą Martynas vis bandė prisiminti ir pagaliau prisiminė, Slipknot, garsi amerikiečių grupė, ne vienus metus savo koncertus pradėdavo paleisdami būtent grupės Tiger Lillies dainą ir tada jau eidami į sceną. Taip, kad kaip pavadinsi, turbūt šitą grupę taip nepagadinsi. We're also going to take questions from our listeners, so I have already a list of them, you know, they send us stuff on Facebook and by email, but we're going to come to that. At this moment, I would like you to briefly introduce the song, which I presume will be performed tonight. It's called Stupid Life, so it's the song from a new Tiger Lillies record. So what can you tell us about the track that we're going to hear now?
It's an interesting track, actually, because it's we did a show with a band called the Dark Daughters. They're from Ukraine, and they're a sort of a black cabaret, dark cabaret band, I suppose. And we did a show with them, and they're kind of musical director, I suppose you'd call him, wouldn't you, Vlad? I don't know what Vlad's second name is, but I just know him as Vlad. And he had this idea to call the show that we did with them Stupid Life. So one afternoon, I just, in my hotel room, I wrote Stupid Life. I wrote the song, and it was I don't know. I think it was probably inspired a little bit by their music, because they play the same. I think they were quite inspired by us. They wear makeup, and I think they were quite inspired by the Tiger Lillies. And I think that when I wrote Stupid Life, I was kind of inspired by their take, on Dark Cabaret. So I wrote music a little bit in the style of the Dark Daughters, I think, and it was Stupid Life, and it's well, I don't know what to say. It's a really good song, and the title is by Vlad. It's the show, named after the show, and we did the show. Actually, the show started in Riga, didn't it? In Riga, and we did it there at the Dailies Theatre in Riga. I don't know if you know the Dailies Theatre. And yes, and there was some Latvian actresses in it as well, and it was a good show. And we did it. I think the last time we did it was in Denmark, and I hope we'll do it. I hope we'll do it again because it was a good show.
Okay. Mes paklausysim kūrinio Stupid Life ir šitas kūrinys, kaip pasakoja Martynas, yra įkvėptas ukrainiečių grupės Bedach Daughters, grupė, kuri yra tamsiojo kabareto grupė. Ir kaip pasakoja Martynas, čia tokia nutiko įdomi situacija, nes iš vienos pusės Bedach Daughters akivaizdžiai yra įkvėpta grupė Tiger Lillies muzikos, bet tuo pačiu, rašydamas šitą dainą, jis tarsi įsikvėpė iš to skambesio, kurį Bedach Daughters sukūrė, pasiremdama Tiger Lillies garsais. Taip, kad ratas čia visiškai apsisuko su Bedach Daughters kartu. Ši grupė Tiger Lillies yra parengusi atskirą koncertinę programą, kurios premjera įvyko Rygoje, Dailės teatre, ir tai yra tikrai puikus pasirodymas, kurį tikisi kartu Tiger Lillies ir Bedach Daughters kada nors pakartoti, o dainos pavadinimas Stupid Life įkvėpė Bedach Daughters muzikos direktorius Vladas, kurio pavardės Martynas dabar neatsimena, nes jis tiesiog pasiūlė tokį pavadinimą Stupid Life, kvailas gyvenimas, ir galų gale visą tai virto šią dainą, kuri anot Tiger Lillies lyderio tikrai yra puikiai. Klausom šią kūrinio, primenu, kad studijoje grupės Tiger Lillies lyderis ir jūs galite užduoti klausimų, prie kurių mes jau visai greitai pereisim, parašyti juos elektroninio pašto adresu befiltro@lrt.lt arba užduoti LRT OPUS Facebook'e. Vieno klausimo autoriui padovanosim 2 kvietimus į Tiger Lillies koncertą šį vakarą vyksiantį Vilniuje.
Yes, followed rules and felt depressed. Sexually, felt nesijaučia, ką dovanot vėl nežinia.
Per šias kalėdas išsiųsk paramą ukrainiečiams, o artimiesiems įteik atviruką. Apsilankyk tinklalapyje dovana.blue-yellow.lt.
Mieste naujas šerifas. Šiukšlių šerifas. Jis labai greitas. Jis niekada nepailsta. Todėl geriau nepatek į akiratį. Nemes pakuočių prie mišrių atliekų. Daugiau žaliasis.lt.
LRT OPUS jaunatis. Jaukių pokalbių ir koncertų serijos svečiai, ryški ir energinga grupė Bohemos tarifas.
Teoriškai galėjo grupė vadintis Bohemos rankšluostis. Visiškai gerai, kai nesugalvojom Bohemos inkaras, nes iš Klaipėdos tėvo.
Sekmadienį 21 valandą klausykitės per LRT OPUS, žiūrėkite per LRT Plus ir LRT LT. Grįžtame į laidą, taip, čia laida be filtro ir šiandieną joje svečiuojasi ypatingas svečias britų grupės The Tiger Lillies, lyderis Martynas Jacques'as, ne pirmą kartą Lietuvoje, tačiau kiekvieną kartą labai malonu jį čia matyti. Beje, laidos pradžioje jis pasakė, kad vienas iš prisiminimų apie Lietuvą visada yra lankymasis LRT OPUS studijoje, kurioje ši grupė buvo ne vieną kartą. Ir mes tęsiam mūsų pokalbį, prieš tai dar primenu, kad befiltro@lrt.lt elektroninio pašto adresu galite atsiųsti klausimų grupės The Tiger Lillies lyderiui, aš juos užduosiu eteryje. Taip pat tai galite padaryti LRT OPUS Facebook'e, ten yra specialus įrašas, kurio komentaruose galima užduoti tos klausimus. Vieno klausimo autoriai padovanosim 2 kvietimus į šį vakarą Vilniuje Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje vykstantį The Tiger Lillies koncertą. Martin, you released a record called Ukraine, and you were one of those Western bands who went to play in Ukraine. Still, very few people do it because I guess, they find it very difficult, or maybe, nothing wrong with that. I mean, maybe are scared to go there. So let's talk about that a bit. So I think in 2023 you went to play shows in Lviv with the Tiger Lillies.
Yeah, and Lviv and Kyiv, and that was in 23, was it, I suppose? Yeah, probably. 23, let me think about this. 24, and then we went again in 24, and now it's 25 and we haven't gone. So yeah, probably 23. I think we were the first band to play there, actually, in after the the invasion. Be careful what you say there, because they invaded Crimea
in 2014. Yeah,
so
full scale war, basically.
But the second, whatever, I don't know if you can. You're okay to say that, but But anyway, so we went. Yeah, and it was. I mean, I was frightened. I was worried, but I think I don't know. I think it was. I think you're okay. It's not that dangerous, really. If but it's very it's tiring though, because the borders. It's terrible. The border. You said it was about something like 14 hours or something to cross. It was really long. You have to wait a long time for that. Because they check every car, because I think they're worried about people. I don't know. The security is heightened. It's war. That's the. So so it's tough. I mean, you do feel. You do feel quite drained, one way or another. But I mean, it's wonderful to play there, and the people are wonderful. The audiences are great as well. It's wonderful. And but then also we went to the I think it's called the Superhuman Clinic, and you see all the you see young people with their legs amputated, and they make all these amazing things, actually, prosthetic limbs, and they're learning how to walk on prosthetic limbs and things, and it's sort of a bit of a roller coaster emotionally, to go there and you see this, and I remember, and then we were playing in Kyiv, and this young man came up to me, a good-looking, fine-looking man. He said, "I'm going off to play. I'm going off to fight tomorrow," or not fight, but I'm going to the front line tomorrow. He'd just been enlisted, and he was off to the front line, and you sort of think, oh, wow. You know, it's pretty emotional, and it's such a terrible thing, war. You know, and yet you can't help but feel total support. You know, I can't even get my head around it really. I put up supporting posts for Ukraine every so often on my social media page, and all these people that are, these bots and useful idiots, they're called, aren't they? That they make these comments. You just think, it's so. You don't. I can't really understand. I just don't understand it really. I mean, these people have been attacked. Just been attacked by this crazy Russian guy, Vladimir Putin, and he's just. It's so unfair. It's just unfair. That's the thing that gets me. I just can't understand. I just don't understand why it isn't 100% crystal clear in every human being's head that this is a terrible injustice. And I just don't understand why anybody can in any way stand up for Russia. I just can't. I just don't understand that. It's just so totally clear that this is a horrible injustice. But there are all these people that do. For one reason or other, maybe they get paid to support Russia, or maybe they're just idiots, because I suppose that's the problem, isn't it? There are just stupid people, unfortunately, in this world who get fooled by propaganda or whatever, but it's very sad because I just don't, I'm not even. I've never considered myself to be particularly political. I've always considered myself to be much more social than political. I sing lots of songs about people that are poor and about drugs, alcoholism. I sing lots of songs about the social problems and inequalities in life. But I've never kind of gone, I'm a socialist, But I'm not really interested in all that party political bullshit, I'm interested in people, and and I support poor people and poverty, and I've never been very political, but when I see something like that happen in what's happened in Ukraine, I'm just it's not political for me. I know it is political, but I just see the injustice of it and all these poor people, It's not about Zelensky, or it's just about the ordinary people that lose their lives, being attacked by this horrible man in Moscow, who's decided that he wants to be, a modern Alexander the Great or something, It's just such a. I know Russian people, and I have a friend in Berlin, and he just says he's hulo. I don't know if you know that word, hulo.
Yeah.
That's, he says that, explains it very clearly. He's Russian as well, and he says hulo. He's a hulo. He's just an arsehole. Mm. And that's unfortunately what he is. He's an arsehole. And but then again, it's tragic that there are all these. There's something that meant to be like 70% of Russians actually go along with it and support him, and he's an arsehole.
Taip, turiu štai išversti, paklausiau būtent apie grupės Tiger Lillies kelionės į Ukrainą, kadangi 2023 ir 2024 grupė koncertavo ir Lvive, ir Kyjive, ir ko gero buvo pirmoji vakarų pasaulio muzikos žinoma grupė, kuri jau po plataus masto Rusijos įsiveržimo į Ukrainą, po to sukelto bjauraus ir neteisingo karo, apsilankė Ukrainoje ir ten grojo ir sakė, emociškai tai yra sudėtinga, fiziškai tai žinoma vargina, nes teko laukti eilėje 14 valandų prie sienos, labai atidžiai yra tikrinami visi automobiliai, bet galiausiai žmonės, kai tu pamatai, kaip jie tave ten sutinka, tai iš tiesų viską atperka, nors emociškai tai buvo tarsi amerikietiškai kalneliai, kadangi teko tikrai patirti ir tokių sukrečiančių akimirkų. Jie apsilankė, visa grupė apsilankė ligoninėje, kurioje pamatai jaunus žmonės, kurie kare prarado galūnes, žmonės amputuotomis kojomis ir ten gaminami protezai jiems, arba prieš koncertą priėjo vienas vaikinas Kijeve, kuris pasakė, kad štai pažiūrės koncerto, kitą dieną dieną keliaus į frontą, kadangi jis pašauktas kariauti. Prie tokių dalykų yra labai, labai sudėtinga emociškai priprasti. Ir Martynas iš tikrųjų pasakė, kad vienas dalykas, kuris jį labai erzina, kurio jis negali suprasti, kaip kažkas apskritai gali užstoti Rusiją, nes visiškai akivaizdu, kad tai yra tiesiog, šitas karas yra tiesiog labai neteisingas. Žmonės žūsta, žmonės praranda savo gyvybę, savo gyvenimus dėl to, kad išprotėjęs Vladimiras Putinas nusprendė, kad nori būti modernių laikų, naujųjų laikų caru, jis tiesiog nori kariauti, nori žudyti ukrainiečius. Martynas sako, jis ir pats, kaip ir turi Berlyne, kur gyvena, turi pažįstamų, turi draugų Rusijoje ir netgi jo bičiulis Berlyne, kuris rusas pats Putiną vadina huilo. Šito žodžio terminą mes puikiai suprantame. Putinas yra absoliutus šiknius. Kiekvieną kartą, kai Martynas Tiger Lillies puslapyje parašo kažką, kas yra palaikyma žinutė Ukrainai, užplūsta daugybė trolių, botų, greičiausiai iš Rusijos arba žmonių, kuriems tiesiog mokama yra už tai, kad gintų Rusiją ir ten jie prirašo visokiausių dalykų. Tačiau vienas dalykas, dėl kurio niekas neturėtų abejoti, Rusija yra neteisi šitame kare, tai yra siaubingas elgesys su Ukraina ir tai yra net ne apie politiką, ne apie Zelenskį, ne apie kažką, tai yra apie žmonės, kurie atsidūrė šitoje situacijoje ir kaip pasakė Martynas, jis pats niekada nebuvo labai politiškas. Jis tiesiog yra žmogus, kurį domina ir kuriam rūpi visuomenės reikalai, visuomenės problemos. Jis dainuoja ir apie žmonės, kurie patiria skurdą, ir apie žmonės, kurie panirė į narkomaniją arba alkoholizmą. Bet štai šituo klausimu, iš tikrųjų, Ukrainos klausimu, negali būti kažkokių skirtingų nuomonių. Viskas čia yra labai aišku. You recorded an album, as I mentioned, called Ukraine, which was released in support of Ukraine. So first of all, briefly, was that inspired by your trip, or did you wrote the songs before you went there? How did the album come about? Was it just like a flurry of inspiration, and you just wrote the thing, or?
Oh God, it's all a bit. Everything gets a bit blurred. I'm not really sure. Did I write these songs before I went to Ukraine? I think maybe I went. I went twice. I think maybe I wrote the album between the two visits. I can't be 100% sure on this. So I think I wrote it for the second visit. Okay. The songs, and I think that was probably I think after the first visit I wrote the songs, and it was just I always write songs about what's going on in the world and what I'm actually. I wrote two albums about COVID-19. I wrote two albums about it because that's what was happening at that time. So I wrote about them. I wrote about those as well. But I wrote those, and I wrote this one song. But it's funny with songs because you get songs that disappear almost, then because they're not very good, and then you get maybe from that album. There's this one song. Which is called Birds Are Singing in Ukraine, and that is actually that's the song that really captures maybe the sadness of the whole thing, the sadness of people dying needlessly, and I think ultimately that's the tragedy of the whole war thing, is just the pointlessness of it all, or people just dying. I've written 3 albums about war now. This is the third album, and this is actually about a war which is actually happening now. But I wrote before this album, I wrote 2 other albums about war, and one of them was about the First World War, and I used the lyrics or the poetry of English soldiers who died. They all died as well in that war, and then I wrote another one which is also about the First World War, but was more from the Austrians' point of view, called Last Days of Mankind. So I've written a lot of songs about this now, and I really think that I've grasped the emotion of what it's like to die or to be a soldier, and ultimately it's the utter futility of it, really, the utter waste of life for what, and it's never what they're dying for is never. It's just totally pointless. It's all about some fucking idiots you know, that have got a big ego, you know, who want to win something, you know, they want to beat the enemy and all this bullshit, you know, and this is what Putin's like, you know, he's such an idiot, such a fucking idiot.
Aš paklausiau, kaip gimė albumas, kuris vadinasi Ukraina. Tokį albumą Tiger Lillies išleido prieš porą metų ir visos pelnas gautas iš to albumo buvo skirtas remti Ukrainai. Martynas papasakojo, kad tos dainos gimė, ko gero jos gimė įkvėptos tos pirmosios viešnagės 2023-aisiais. Ir Martynas sako, aš visada rašau albumus ir dainas apie tai, kas vyksta aplinkui. Pavyzdžiui, Tiger Lillies yra išleidę 2 albumus apie COVID-19 pandemiją. Ir šiuo atveju tai yra jau 3 grupės įrašytas albumas apie karą, tik šį kartą jau apie karą, kuris vyksta šiuo metu. Tuose albumuose yra daugybė dainų. Tiger Lillies yra išleidę daug muzikos ir Martynas sako, kad kai kurios dainos pasimiršta, kai kurios lieka nesvarbios, bet yra viena daina, kuri yra tikrai svarbiai, vadinasi Birds are Singing in Ukraine, paukščiai gieda Ukrainoje, kuri ir perteikia visą tą liūdėsį, visą tą situaciją, visą tą beprasmybę, visą tą karo tamsą, nes karas yra toks dalykas, kaip sako Martynas, žmonės, kurie žūsta kare, tai yra iš tikrųjų tai yra beprasmiška, tai yra tuščia, tai yra iš tikrųjų toks siaubingas dalykas, nes karai vyksta dėl idiotų su dideliais ego, kurie nori užkariauti, kurie nori kažkam kažką įrodyti ir Putinas anot jo yra visiškas suknistas idiotas. Tai Martynas pakartojo keletą sykių. So I mentioned a song called Birds are Singing in Ukraine, paukščiai gieda Ukrainoje, that's how it sounds in Lithuanian. Mm-hmm. And I know that we have a little surprise for our listeners. Mes turim surprizą jums, brangus LRT OPUS klausytojai, mes dėl šito iš anksto nesitarėm, bet Martynas į studiją atsinešė akordeoną. You have an accordion with you, so...
Yeah, I hope it's a nice surprise. We'll have to...
Mes netrukus išgirsim šitą dainą gyvai, pasigarsinkit savo radijo imtuvus. Martynas Jacques'as iš grupės Tiger Lillies LRT OPUS studijoje.
I'm going to attempt to sing the song live with my accordion. And,
Taip, Martynas ruošiasi akordeoną.
Okay. Is that the right song? Yes, Birds are Singing in Ukraine. Here we go. Okay. One day soon, and we will sing a happy tune. Flowers and birds sing in the fields. Corpses in the earth to war yield. Happy lovers holding hands. To their future making plans. Their fathers killed, the corpses underneath. And all that's left are bones and teeth. While birds are singing in Ukraine. The monster of Moscow death has slain. Farmers plough their fields. Corpses in the earth to death yield. Birds are singing in Putin.
I'm the only one clapping, because I'm the only one in the studio, but chills down my spine. Bičiuliai, tai ką jūs ką tik išgirdote, ir paskutinė frazė velniop Putiną, tai yra The Tiger Lillies. Martynas Jacques'as, specialiai radijos stoties LRT OPUS klausytojams, čia LRT OPUS studijoje daina Birds Are Singing in Ukraine, iš albumo Ukraine. Nuostabi daina. You know what? I'm just sad that we don't have so much time left. So we have like basically 10 minutes to talk. And I would like to go to the questions from our audience, because there are quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And let's just, and my God, those questions are really, really interesting. I'm just switching to them now. Netrukus užduosim jūsų, brangus klausytojai, klausimus, kuriuos jūs atsiuntėte mums į radio stotį LRT OPUS. Ir visi šie klausimai yra skirti The Tiger Lillies lyderiui. Taigi važiuojam. So, Elena would like to ask, when you are on the stage, how do you see yourself as music creators, performers of theatrical stories, or storytellers taking the audience through your own very interesting world?
Well, I felt very, very tempted to say when you first asked the question, how do you see yourself? I said, an overweight old man. That was the original. That was the initial answer I had in mind. But I'm telling stories and trying to be a bit dramatic and theatrical, and try to give it a bit more of a, not just tell a story, but try to perform, make a little performance to go with the story. So it's got that little bit of a theatre thing going, I guess, in the sense that I'm trying to, that I have the makeup on and the hats and the costume. So it's just trying to make it all a little bit more. So it just gives, I kind of almost think it's an aid to help people leave this world and go into something a bit more like an imaginary world, and I guess that's what theatre is, isn't it? You try to take people maybe somewhere else, and it's quite a nice for thing, because we're all living in this world, and we all have jobs and things to do and stuff, and maybe to go to a theatre and actually go somewhere else for a couple of hours is an important. For some people actually say it's a very important thing in our lives as human beings. It's to actually be able to do that. So I'm just trying to help that and just be a little bit theatrical along with. But I mean, there's songs and there's music basically, but I'm giving that theatrical element to it.
Okay. Klausimas iš mūsų klausytojas buvo, kai esate scenoje, kaip patys save matote labiausiai, kaip muzikos kūrėjus, teatrinių istorijų atlikėjus ar pasakotojus, vedančius publiką per savitą pasaulį. Martynas pajokavo, kad iš tikrųjų tai jisai save pirmiausia pristatytų kaip seną vyrą, kuris turi viršsvorio, taip jisai pasakė, bet iš tikrųjų tai tinka visi tie apibūdinimai. Žinoma, tai yra muzika, žinoma, jis pasakoja istorijas, bet to pačiu Tiger Lillies scenoje turi ir grimą ir kuria tokį teatrališką pasirodymą, nes tai kita vertus yra ir pagalba klausytojams, kurie porai valandų nori iškeliauti į šiek tiek kitokį pasaulį. Yra žmonių, kurie sako, kad tai yra labai, labai reikalinga. Okay, a very particular question. Benas, one of our listeners, is asking, iš visos milžiniškos jūsų diskografijos yra viena konkreti daina iš albumo Cold Night in Soho, paskutinė albume, titulinė daina tuo pačiu pavadinimu, ir mūsų klausytojai atrodo, kad tai vienas iš asmeniškiausių momentų per visus dainų tekstus, leidžiantis daryti prielaidą apie grupės Tiger Lillies vardo kilmę. Ar galite pakomentuoti šio kūrinio sąryšį su visu tragikomišku jūsų kūrimų pasauliu? That is an interesting and long question, but I'll try to translate it. You have a huge discography, but there's one particular song from the album Cold Night in Soho, and that's the last song on the album, the title track, and our listener thinks that it's one of the most personal moments in your, in your catalog, and he thinks that the song actually gives some clues about the origin of the name, the Tiger Lillies. So could you comment on this song's relation to the whole tragic comic world that you are creating?
Well, it's this legend of this. I've already mentioned the girl actually earlier in the when we were being interviewed, and she. It was the most poignant moment. It was Sunday afternoon, and I was looking out of my window, and I could see her down there, and it was pouring down with rain, and yet this poor girl was standing there in the pouring rain, and she didn't have an umbrella or anything either, and the rain was just pouring off of her, and she was standing on the street corner, and she was like sort of Tiger Lily, and it was sort of the name that I had for her was Tiger Lily, and she was just standing there, and it was just a sign of the desperation, I think. The fact that even on a Sunday afternoon in the rain, she was still there, because she probably needed to have her fix, her heroin, she needed it. So she was just waiting desperately for some poor man to come along and, give her some money. And that's it is she was an inspiration for the whole band, and this is before the Tiger Lillies existed, so she was an inspiration for everything that I've done.
Okay. Taip, atsakymas, kad taip, iš tiesų, tą dainą įkvėpė tas vaizdas, kurį Martynas pamatė pro savo buto langą. Apačioje lietuje stovėjo mergina, kuri buvo graži kaip tigrinė lelija, bet akivaizdžiai jinai buvo ten dėl to, kad jai reikėjo heroino dozės, ir jinai ten laukė vyrų, kurie paskui jai duos pinigų, ir, tas liūdnas vaizdelis, jis susimastė apie tai, kad net ir per lietų, net ir sekmadienio popietę žmogus stovi ten, ir štai kokios kartais nutinka gyvenimo istorijos. Tai nutiko dar tada, kai nebuvo grupės The Tiger Lillies, bet iš esmės visa grupės muzika atsirado būtent dėl to vaizdo, kurį jis tada pamatė. Are there any things in this world that still surprise you, and if so, what is that? Another question from our listeners.
That's a question for you ask somebody who's really old, and I don't. I think I get more surprised by nice people than by all this horrible shit that we tend to talk about and dwell on. I just get struck by how there are so many nice people in the world. You don't actually, you meet people all the time, just day to day, in the shop, and they're just really nice, and you just think, oh, wouldn't it be nice if all these people, the normal nice people, actually ran the world, rather than all these kind of horrible, creepy despots and, egomaniacs, and there's just have nice ordinary people around the world. I think there's a lot of very nice people in the world, and that surprises me, because you tend to look at social media and you see all these horrible people making horrible comments, and you can get really poisoned by it, and yet there's lots of really nice people in this world, and I think that's really important to remember. We aren't horrible human beings. We're actually most of us are actually very nice, and it's just, but the horrible ones tend to be the ones that want the power, because they've got something wrong with them.
Yeah,
they're sick. they're actually sick.
Yeah.
It's terrible, isn't it? So all the people with power are the sick people. And all the normal people, they don't want power. They just want to, be happy, live their lives. And they're all the ones that get fucked by these sickos.
Yeah.
That actually, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. But there's wonderful people.
Okay.
So many.
Taip, klausimas buvo, ar kas nors pasaulyje dar stebina Tiger Lillies lyderį ir kas tai būtų. Jis pasakė, kad stebina tai, kiek daug nuostabių žmonių yra pasaulyje, puikių žmonių pasaulyje yra, nes mes dažnai kalbam ir atkreipiam dėmesį į visokius bjaurybės, į visokias blogybės, bet iš tikrųjų pasaulis pilnas malonių, gerų žmonių ir kaip būtų nuostabu, kad pasaulį valdytų ne tie egomaniakai, išprotėję idiotai, o tie žmonės, kurie iš tiesų širdyje yra geri. Unfortunately, we have to wrap this up. There are still more questions, but I'm going to, show them afterwards.
Sure.
Martin, thanks a million for finding time,
it's always nice to come in and talk to you. It's lovely. It's really nice.
Ačiū Martinui Žakui iš grupės Tiger Lillies. Šį vakarą Tiger Lillies koncertuoja Vilniuje Lietuvos valstybinio simfoninio orkestro koncertų salėje. Ką gali žinoti, galbūt ten skambės ir ši daina, kuri šiandieną baigia šią laidą. Iš karto po laidos mes pažymėsime LRT OPUS Facebook'e, kasgi laimėjo 2 kvietimus į Tiger Lillies koncertą. Ir daina, kuri paskutinė skamba šiandien laidoje, vadinasi Lie, grupė Tiger Lillies. Čia buvo laida be filtro. Aš vis dar Ramūnas Zilnys ir laidų įrašus vis dar visada, kada tik norite, galite susirasti internete LRT radiotekoje. Iki.